Accomplishments are the most critical pieces of your resume. In my prior HR and recruitment career, I was used to receiving hundreds of applications for every position that was advertised externally. And if we look at an example of, let's say, an administrative assistant, the admin position posted online would attract anywhere from 100 to 200 to 300 applicants. And when you're working with a stack of 100 resumes, you're initially looking to eliminate as many resumes as possible in order to come up with a short list of 10 candidates. And if we go further with the admin example, and let's say you're an administrative assistant working for a large or medium-sized business, chances are you're not the only administrative assistant in the organization, and most likely all of the admins will have the identical job descriptions, or at least their core responsibilities would be the same. But does it mean that the position description on your resume should be identical? Absolutely not. And does it mean that you bring the same amount of value to your employer? Of course not. So that is why your resume needs to be accomplishments and results focused rather than task-based or duties-based. To help you transform your resume, I'm going to share the wow factor exercise with you. And the purpose of this exercise is to help you brainstorm achievements and develop the accomplishment statements for your resume. We want to come up with measurable results where relevant, such things as quantities, percentages, dollar amounts, and recall personal and team accomplishments. Now, I frequently hear from my clients that it is hard to quantify their results, or what they do is mundane, repetitive, there are no accomplishments. I often hear them say, I just do my job well. This is a very common feedback that I get from my clients, and because of that, I developed 5 ways to help you pinpoint your accomplishments. Number 1, look at any given position description with a list of responsibilities and go line by line and ask yourself, what was the result of this or that activity? What was the ultimate outcome or impact on my department's performance? Number 2, quantify your results and your tasks. How do you develop metrics for your accomplishments? I'm going to give you a list of examples, and my list is not exhaustive, but it will give you a good indication of what sort of numbers employers are looking for. Increase in profitability, percentages by which you improved efficiency, amount of money you saved or funds that you raised, number of people you've hired or sizes of the teams you've led, percentages by which you improved efficiency, number of anything you've done in great quantity, number of times you were selected as a lead on a project, time frames of your accomplishments, especially if you exceeded deadlines or expectations, how you rank in performance, for example, if you're number 1 performer or in the top 10%. Another way to look at your work from the accomplishments perspective is to think about problems you helped solve and process improvements you implemented. For problem solving, you can use the APR method. APR stands for action plus problem or project plus result. APR makes highlights and accomplishments easy. Think about a project you completed or a problem you solved for each employment period. Choose an action verb that describes your approach, then describe the result you achieved, quantifying results whenever possible. For example, coordinated 3 fundraising events for local shelters which raised more than $8,000 and greatly improved community awareness. That would be an example of the APR type of statement. Ask yourself, what processes did I implement to improve things? Approach number 4 is to recall the times when you received praise, recognition, and awards. Use superlatives and firsts, words such as first, only, best, most, highest. Check your annual performance reviews for each job and identify glowing or complimentary quotes from your reviews. And number 5, think about the times when you went above and beyond your job duties. How did you take initiatives times when you were selected for special projects, committees, or task forces? Now let's work on your contributions and the measurable results of your work. Question number 1. Name 2 to 3 or more accomplishments that make you proud. Did you accomplish anything that you can directly illustrate with facts or figures? Question number 2. When did you help with turning a failure into success? Think about the times when you came up with solutions to major problems and use the APR method to formulate the statement. What did you do that was new to your job function to help improve what was there before? Question number 3. Did you receive praise, recognition, or pats on the back from your supervisors or your colleagues? And for what? Completing projects ahead of the deadline, saving money, going above and beyond the job description, volunteering to take on a new challenge and task? Question number 4. Were you selected or volunteered for special projects, committees, or task forces? When did you go above and beyond your job duties? Feel free to use our Wow Factor worksheet that you can download at gothired.net, and I'm also sharing the link in the notes to this video. Thank you for watching.